There are 7 areas of change that I'd like the audience to consider. The first one is there a change in weight? Is your parent or elderly, are they losing weight or have they gained weight? Is there a change in their weight? Is there a change in their emotional state? Do they seem more sad or anxious? Is there a change in their cognitive functioning? I'll discuss this in more detail. Is there a change in their energy level? Do they seem more tired? A change in their mobility and gait? Are they walking slower? When they walk, are they holding on to things? Are they holding on to a chair? Are they tripping more? Is there a change in their hygiene? If your parent was always very fastidious about how they dressed and what their hair looked like, and if they wore cologne or perfume, is there a change? Is there a change in their hygiene? How about their clothing? Do you see, are they soiled? Are they not changing their clothing as often? Really look for the changes. And is there a change in their home environment? And I can talk about that in more detail also. Now, for some of you who are available, who do visit your parent, you can check out any areas of change. But I know not all of you do live close by. So I would suggest that if possible, you get another relative or a friend to come in and look for those areas of change that I mentioned. In the interim, though, if you are long distance, you can start to explore some of these areas by phone. You won't be able to see your parent. Maybe you can FaceTime them or Zoom, but you really want to have a conversation, not one with how you're doing, because you're going to get a yes or no answer. I'm fine. Not as good, but really more open-ended questions. It's not an inquisition, it's a conversation. But for instance, you can, regarding weight, you can say to them, how are things doing? Have you been able to cook as much, or with COVID, go out to the supermarket? How has that been for you? Because I know it's been a change for me, and have a conversation about that. You can say things like, what have you been up to? Have you gotten a flu shot? All of this is conversation and will give you information. Are you starting to prepare for changes in the season? You usually change your closets. Have you been doing that? You need to listen, because you will be hearing things. In that conversation, they might say, well, I'm too tired. I don't really need to change my clothes. Or, yeah, there's some household chores, but you know what? I'm just feeling too overwhelmed by it. Or in fact, they might be calling you more often with more questions. So those are the changes that you want to consider.